I want to show you an example of the results from a rapid job task analysis and critical skills analysis. What you see here is a workflow that shows the overarching process that came out or that we were able to develop as a result of the rapid job task analysis. Now, we didn't start with this. This is the result. And therein is the difference between typical job task analysis and rapid job task analysis. What we do in this approach is we move from the ground up. We identify the tactical tasks. For example, in this particular case, we created what you see here, this scope objective right here. And then from that scope objective, we then, working with SMEs, identified this listing of tasks. All of these are tasks. There are a set of steps underneath each one of them. And so we had this listing of tasks, 41 of them, and then we went through the process of chunking them or grouping them into logical groupings following the principle of chunking. And these are the groupings, or the buckets, the process buckets. We asked the SMEs to help us identify and group these into logical groupings based upon how people do their work. And so you can see communicate, exchange information, identify a potential participant, and so forth. These were the groupings that we identified in that rapid job task analysis. From there, we then identified the associated concepts. So we organized them, labeled them, you can see here, and then we identified the concepts, brought that into a table, and then mapped that to the audiences using critical skills analysis. So here's one of those process areas, exchange information. And you can see here, we've got the tasks right here. This is the order. You can see we ordered them here. So these are unique numbers that we could use to map the concepts to. And then you can see here for the disability management professional, here are the critical skills ratings right through here. What the X means is that this particular role does not have anything to do with providing medical documentation. And so this allows us to begin to look at a training plan and build our learning experience and performance plan based upon those critical skills. How many different types of courses do we need to have? That is, can we train everybody in the same course, or do we need to create different versions of that course? Here you can see, for example, that they're pretty equal here for these two, the disability management professional and the union rep, that they could be in the same class. Although managers and supervisors would be in a very different class. It looks like supervisors, if you look down through here, could have their own class, and we could do some things. So again, this is the beginning stages now of being able to put together your learning experience and performance plan. So the end result of that analysis work, we were able to develop this process flow map that we use then in the training, but also can use in the performance support solution. All of this came not from a top-down approach where we defined the process first, but from defining the process based upon the tasks, grouping them into logical groupings so that we had a balanced approach instructionally, and we could manage cognitive load, all of which you're going to learn about in the course that you're taking.